Hello, I am Lindo, and I would like to say thank you so much to everyone that really made sure that we are going to be the midwives that our world actually need. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the team at Sister Lillian Center that made sure that our journey on having to embark on this course is a very beautiful and a smooth one. Making sure that we're getting our equipments in time, like this book, which is my favorite book that I use, especially during my antenatal classes, and making sure that our assignments are actually are handed over to Dr. Magritte, making sure that we having a very smooth sail on this journey. And I would like to thank Dr. Magritte as well, to say that you have pruned the midwives that our world actually needs. I couldn't understand before when they said we don't have enough midwives, because I was like, we graduated as a huge number as midwives in our cashiers. Like, what are you saying? And not understanding that as much as we can be trained, we can actually graduate with that NPF of midwifery towards our qualifications, but it's highly important that we are sensitive midwives, we are sensitive healthcare professionals towards our mothers, towards our community, towards everyone, towards the world as it is. And one of the reasons why I highly recommend this course, especially to all midwives, to say that you really don't need to be practicing independently for you to do this course. And because one of the questions that I would get asked, okay, so like, why this course? And you would actually get to sense that underlying is more of, am I going to increase my NPF level? Am I going to get more financial benefits from it? And I'm like, no, it actually prunes your character. It makes you to also, first and foremost, to see and ask yourself, am I actually a midwife that is called? Do I want to continue with midwifery? And do I love midwifery? Or maybe I just love the working environment, but it's more of it will make you to be aware about yourself as a midwife, and also you will get pruned into being that sensitive healthcare professional that our community needs. Like, I couldn't understand when they used to say we don't have enough midwives, and I was like, what do they mean? Because when we graduated, it was a huge number. Like, what are you guys on and on about? Because they would say, yes, as much as so many people graduate, but we don't have enough midwives. And after doing this course, that's when I got to see that it's actually very important that we have sensitive healthcare professionals more than anything, so that we can have a very healthy pregnancy and we can also have a healthy birth, even postpartum. We know that the mother, the child, and the family is well taken care of. And it's actually, we're actually going to get to the point once you yourself, you have the skills to actually render the care that will attend to those needs that our mothers, the babies, and our community actually needs. And also your confidence, it actually gets boosted up, because not only are you given like such beautiful, relevant information that's gonna make you to recommend stuff that are easy to get, but also you get to be a very informative healthcare professional. And because that's one of the things that I highly believe, that as healthcare professionals, wherever we are, we have to be very informative about stuff that people can actually use. As much as I tell people that, yes, do not actually adhere to like telephonic consultations and things like that, but you will be able to recommend stuff that a person is able to get. And also seeing how it links nature and the medical model. This course it's just one of the beautiful blessings that the world actually needs, to say that sometimes we tend to concentrate on like one aspect of our health, like the medical side, and actually not focus on the natural side. And sometimes so many things get missed, especially once so many things are missed on the natural and we are focusing on the medical. Sometimes you may feel like you can prescribe so many antibiotics, but you may find that they may not be working, because in the natural, like, we could have just actually recommended, like, things like more water, more this, before we actually move to the more complex stuff. So it really prunes, I was telling my friends, it really prunes your character that you start by recommending the natural therapies that actually work so well. And they are not even that complex, and they are also easy to get. And accessibility is something that the healthcare field actually stresses on, that the services, they have to be accessible. So even with medication and everything, it has to be accessible. So I tell my friends that, as you know, that a mother that is pregnant, you shouldn't be embarking on so many medications and whatnot and things like that. With this course, you also get to learn about homeopathic products, which are natural products that do attend to those needs, and they attend to them like they were like a medication that was made like in a laboratory and things like that. So it's just a very beautiful cause that I want every midwife that truly is passionate about midwifery to actually embark on.
Good day. My name is Monique Becker, and I'm a mom of 4, and I'm a midwife, and just starting out my practice. When I did the sensitive midwifery course, it was so perfect. It could fit in with our lifestyle, and me still being a mom, we actually were a bit on a mission also, on a missionary journey. So the thing about the sensitive midwifery course that helped me so much is it gave me a lot of confidence again. Since I haven't been in the practice for a few years, it just cut the lines clear about what I learned during my training, and just to say like what is still sensitive midwifery and what can still be done, and what are my boundaries to be a sensitive midwife but not neglect my legal requirements of being a midwife and tending to other pregnant women responsibly. So what was the best about the sensitive midwifery course was the flexibility. The thing that the Zoom meetings was recorded, and if I missed a class on one day between 1 and 2, I could catch it up in my own time, or when the kids were in bed, or because we really had a busy schedule. So yeah, all in all, it was such a comprehensive course in so many ways, and such a great thing. Yeah, in many facets. It's almost from A to Z of midwifery and a midwife in South Africa. And what's also been great for me after I did this course now is I can just continue. I assigned to the like a little toolkit on the sensitive midwifery website that can help me build my practice also. So yeah, if you are wondering about if you should do the sensitive midwifery course, and if you are uncertain and you did your training and worked a lot in state hospitals and in private hospitals and wanted to know what does sensitive midwifery look like, and where am I pushing the boundaries, or where am I still within my guidelines, and what I can do to be a sensitive midwife or not, then this course would really add value to your life. If you are a busy person and have a lot on your plate, then this course will also be great for you.
My name is Mavis K. Mwale. I'm a registered nurse and I did a 1-year course of midwifery in which I specialized in midwifery care and neonatal sciences. I'm currently working in a maternity unit at the Netcare Hospital. At this facility, whilst attending this course, my whole mindset has shifted. Before I signed up for the course, I didn't have enough information on the course content. And now, and how empowering it is. This course that we've done is very empowering, it's very informative. And we had lots of interactions. We had lots of pediatricians, gynaes, doctors that came up and gave us support to show that they believe in midwife-led care. The course is designed in such a way that has brought out my strengths. Where I had grey areas and gaps, I've been able to identify them and I've put into practice the skills that are women-centered that I've acquired from the course. I can identify different characteristics of women and I can also understand myself and how to deal with the women as I interact with them. I also understand that the women are not patients. They are not sick, they are healthy, and that we need to give them that support to believe in themselves. Before I got a chance to go through the certified midwife course, my whole mindset was so medicalized in such a way that I interfered with the women's hormones during their labor, and I saw a lot of postpartum hemorrhages, lots of complications. I've put the course content into practice from module 1 by understanding the preconceptual and more antenatal care. I'm using the information I've acquired and I have evidence on how it's helping lots of moms post-delivery. My favorite one is the perineal massage. And I've got evidence for the 3 births that I've done, not at the hospital, but as with the practice that I'm building, that the women don't tear, even if they do tear, not to a very bad degree. And also to educate the women antenatally, so that when they come into labor, they can listen to their bodies. I've also learned to be a silent midwife. I only support where I need to support. I let the woman take control of her labor. The other aspect is delayed cord clamping. In all the low-risk moms, I've seen evidently that there's no infection post-delivery, there's no postpartum hemorrhage post-delivery. The impact of the sensitive midwife course. I've learned to be honest with my clients. I make sure that I refer the high-risk clients who have identified to the gynaes, obstetricians, and those obstetricians that are very honest with me. They will tell me whether I can carry on with the client or not. I've built relationships with gynaes, with obstetricians, with sonographers, and other midwives to ensure that the clients receive holistic quality care. In the next 12 months, I'd like to put the data together on evidence-based, women-centered holistic care. The best part is that I will keep track of the expectant moms during their labor, antenatally, post-delivery, up to 6 months. And this is a new thing because we always got lost contact with the clients after about a week or 6 weeks. This has taught me to strengthen ties with the baby clinic midwives, as I know that as a midwife I cannot do everything. So I've established relationships with midwives that don't like labor, but they are very good with baby care, immunization. So I've I refer all my clients there.
My name is Kirsty Steenekamp. I'm a government-based midwife working primarily in labour ward. I did the Certified Sensitive Midwifery course in 2020. The course is really well researched and evidence-based. It's given me a lot of tips on how to deal with my patients who come in latent phase and active phase of labour. It has also empowered me as a midwife to answer questions with more confidence and to come up with care plans that are in line with individual needs. Yes, I just think it's a very empowering course for midwives, whether she has only the diploma course or undergrad course, or whether you are an advanced midwife. I think everyone working in maternity with women, whether it's antenatal, intrapartum, postpartum care, can benefit from this course. Thank you very much, Sensitive Midwifery.
Good afternoon, hello. My name is Rebecca Graham. I'm a registered nurse and a midwife, independent midwife. I live in sunny Durban, and this is my testimony that I just wanted to give for the wonderful course that we did, the Certified Sensitive Midwifery course. Just to give you a bit of background, I've been in the mom and baby space for the last 12 years, and I've worked in the private sector as well as the government sector. And in March 2020, we opened Grace Birthing Centre in Durban. It has been going from strength to strength, and I think that women are starting to really see the value of midwifery-led care. And yeah, so it's all very exciting, but not too much about that. I wanted to just give a little testimony about this wonderful course that we did with Margriet. Just to start, my first big skepticisms and hesitations before starting were, I'm quite a busy person. I'm a mom of 5 children, and I've got a number of different businesses, and starting up Grace Birthing Centre and all of that kind of thing. My main concern was time, and how I was going to be able to do this course with the limited time resource that I had. But I had known Margriet prior, and she had been such a wonderful help. Just in certain instances and occasions, I had reached out to her, and she'd just given me such awesome, wonderful advice. So I knew in terms of the content of what the course involved, I knew that it was going to be amazing, but I wasn't too sure just in terms of the time factor. Obviously, I soon came to realize that the course was, there were continuous replays, so the lecture would have a replay as well as the Zoom classes and all of that kind of thing. So that whole hesitation was put my mind at ease quite soon. It could work around my schedule, around my busy days when I couldn't get there because of a birth or whatever. There was always the replays to go back to. And then just in terms of, I knew that the course would be good, as I said, but when I was doing it and the other midwives that work here were doing it, we realized, sure, that it was excellent. It has been such a help that we've used it so much in the facility at Grace Birthing Centre here. We have a printed copy of the manual that we refer to at numerous times, whether it's the antenatal period with pregnancy niggles, whether it's in labor and we, wondering just guidelines, the next step forward, or whether it's postnatally with moms, it's always our refer back to guide. So the thing that I really loved about the course is that it's really given about the sensitive midwifery approach that we are all about. As mentioned earlier, having worked in the government and in the private sector, you've begun to see how pregnancy and antenatal and birth, all of that has become basically a medical condition. And what this course just made us realize again is that it's back to the basics, back to the natural way, back to the way that God actually designed it to be. And often when things are left to be, that's when things go like they should. So, for example, we in government, we would routinely do episiotomies on first-time moms. And, you just realize after actually now stepping back, it's quite nerve-wracking to take the sensitive approach, but just kind of stepping back and realizing that actually a mom can have a baby with her perineum intact, a first-time mom. So we started to see the this beautiful thing of going about midwifery sensitively, and just the benefit that it was, not just for mom but for baby. And so it really brought about this thing of actually this is the mom's body doing this thing, and that it's such a natural, beautiful, wonderful thing. So it's given us confidence in the natural approach of things again. So it also, what I found individually, it helped me just to look after myself personally. I just found like sometimes as healthcare professionals, and especially as midwives working the crazy shifts that we do, you burn the candle at both ends, and what good can you be to a mom if you're not in a good space yourself? So just about also having a team like we do here at Grace Birthing Centre, where the midwives, we work together to try and cope to spread out the workload as well, so that we can give our very best to the moms. So it was good in us helping us to put boundaries in place, realistic expectations on ourselves. So just good practical things that really just helped us to do what we needed to do. So the course definitely gave us confidence. It gave me confidence as an independent midwife, but also it gave me confidence in leading a team. So at Grace Birthing Centre, we work as a team, and it's kind of our go-to is always the natural approach. And obviously, we are trained to act if need be, etc. But generally, when you let things go, let things go the natural way, that's when you have the best outcomes. So I also realized the value of midwifery care, that we undervalue ourselves in South Africa, and that we should need to put more confidence in ourselves, to stand up and to advocate for our mothers, that we are actually the ideal care providers for moms and babies, actually, especially in South Africa when we've got a cesarean section rate of 80%. So if you are wondering whether to do the course, if you are on the fence about it, I would really recommend 1,000 times over that you would do it. You will do it, because honestly, every midwife that starts with us, I really try and encourage them to do it. Most have done it, and it's really just been a completely different way of looking at birth. And so please, if you are on the fence, go do it. It can work around you. It's convenient. It can work around your busy lives. And I also want to just take this moment to just thank Margriet so much for the huge help that you've been to us. Honestly, I don't think you'll ever know the value of what you put into our lives, personally, but also all of us here at Grace Birthing Centre. So lots of love to you, and thank you so much. That's what I have to say.